And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Yeah, this place fucking sucks.
Whoa. Jesus. What happened?
This place sucks, dude.
What happened?
We have a guest in,
Yeah.
and his lovely lady came in and said, "I was just radio. There's no cameras." I was like, "Well, there are cameras, plenty of them, really expensive ones, I think, with a whole control room with joysticks that move them."
We're actually top of the line. You could do a TV show with these cameras.
This room is built like a submarine Titanic tour level.
And then
why is it so high, my mic?
none of it works. You could lower your volume in your headphones. The volume button thing next to the headphones.
What?
No, you're fine.
I mean,
No, you're smart in other parts.
yeah, you do.
Yeah, no, I don't know the tech stuff. I
Really?
don't handle that.
You're smart in really other ways, though.
A lot of other ways. Thank you for saying it. Thank you.
Everybody, our guest sitting in with us today for the whole show. One of my oldest friends, actually my oldest friend in comedy.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you from Philly?
No, but I saw a comedy there with Jay.
Me and it's still hilarious. Everybody, Kurt Metzger just filmed his. There's a stadium of people excited to hear. Metzger.
That's the Burt Kreischer tour. That's the Fully Loaded crowd.
Is it?
It's murdering me slowly. No, quickly.
Oh, quickly.
What? You can't
The
let
Burt
white
Kreischer
people
tour?
have a Kevin Hart for themselves for once?
No, the Burt Kreischer tour is.
Fully Loaded.
It's like going fucking 20 rounds a weekend, and then you come home and then do radio.
Yeah. Everybody's kidney's going to be dead at the end of this tour.
Do you have to? You got a Burt drink to do it?
No.
Oh.
Burt drink.
No, it's not even the Burt. It's just that, first of all, it's a blast. But, so's an amusement park, and when you leave there after a day, you're like, ugh, like you're zipped.
Yeah.
Every day is like sometimes they just wake you up and they're like, we have circus training.
Burt's
in a
actually in
half
amazing
hour.
shape.
Circus training.
Burt's in great, actually.
He does like a lot of push-ups, dude.
Hang
You take
on-
that
hang on one
stomach
second.
off?
Both of you can go fuck yourselves.
What?
He's not in great shape. He's a shape.
No, yes, for
Okay.
sure. But I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah.
with him every weekend.
He's
Burt's
like a-
chest,
Yeah.
Burt's chest, shoulders, and arms
Yeah.
are really strong, and he is strong. Like I've been watching him lift weights and stuff. He's very strong.
Was he benching?
It's all gut. He cranked up like 225 for 10,
No,
which
he's
is
just-
pretty. Like that's what I would do when I was younger.
Does a lot.
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah.
He's not in shape.
Well, in shape's the wrong word.
When I
I
think
know what
of
you're
in
saying.
shape, I think of
Abs.
Brad Pitt. I think of
That's a very feminine way to think about it. Right? It's not invalid.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Nothing
think-
wrong with a feminine perspective.
Thank
Oh,
you
you have
very
to.
much.
You think about someone's in shape only if they're cute to you.
Yeah, they have to be cute. Yeah, they have to be
Now-
good looking.
No. Bert's like in weirdly good shape, but it's just all gut. He's got all that gut. That's the whole thing. But it's gut. It's a lot of gut.
He's a lot of guys.
It's fine.
No, that's the worst.
I remember when he
That's
first.
why we were certain Bobby was going to die, but no
Thank
one
you.
said anything to him.
Thank you, Jay.
What is it
Appreciate
called?
that.
Adipose
It's
fat.
called. It's a visceral fat.
It's visceral fat, not the adipose.
It's visceral.
I
fat.
thought the all gut one is the one that pulls on your organs the worst and really makes you.
It's fat. It's funny
Fucked
that
up.
three
Hey.
in shape guys, out of shape guys, don't know what fat we have.
Hey, as long as we're talking about weight, everybody.
Whoa! Don't do it. Don't stop.
What?
Wait. Stop.
What?
Don't do it.
It was a goodie.
It was a goodie, but she wasn't here. What she doesn't know doesn't hurt her.
What?
All right.
I
No,
get-
what'd
Oh,
you
Kurt,
say?
you
I'm
missed
gonna
it too.
listen.
Huh?
Oh, it's not on air.
It's not on air.
it was not on air.
What'd you say, Bobby? Say I do need
No.
Ozempic?
Oh,
Bobby.
is
Now
that-
Bobby wants me to say it.
Now you know
Oh.
what? Unleash the fucking hounds.
You guys are
How's
all in
that?
here hopped up on Ozempic?
So.
Unleash it.
Lou complimented you while you weren't here.
Yeah, Lou paid you a nice compliment. I
that's
walked
crazy.
in with Kurt's girlfriend Jenna, and we walked in, and Bobby goes, I go, hey everyone, this is Jenna, and Bobby goes, oh yeah, I was gonna say like Christine looks different, and DJ Lou goes, Ozempic's kicking in.
I know it was an Ozempic joke. I called it.
I
Wait a
know.
minute.
I
Sorry,
thought
I
it
know
was
it's
like
you.
a blonde
I didn't-
hair joke
I didn't do it.
versus
No,
dark hair.
it was a blonde hair
It
joke.
was a
Oh.
different. Hey, you look different.
You're a different human being.
I didn't say better or worse.
No, I didn't take it like that.
That's
Then
what-
Lou.
That Lou made it.
Lou did it.
I did
Lou.
it accidentally. I didn't even really look at her.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out and right into my foot in my mouth.
Well, by the way, then you shouldn't have done that because what if we were all awkward because
Wow.
Jenna was super fat or something? And you go, Ozempic's kicking in. Oh, never mind.
I mean, I
It
wouldn't.
should be.
There's a weight limit at this party.
That's right, Christine.
Do you think Ozempic? Are you using it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause was there like a shortage that diabetics couldn't get it because all
not
the
my issue.
celebs?
Yeah.
How's that my issue?
Oh, I don't care if you use it. I'm just curious. I thought it's like not sustainable. Like you end up like, it starts not working after a bit.
Stop Ozempic and get medical help
know.
right
If
away
I
if you
lose-
get a lump or swelling in
if
your
I-
neck,
that's
severe
not the
stomach pain,
case.
or an allergic reaction.
Just give me the song, Lou. Oh, Ozempic. How could that be wrong? How could that turn on you? So, Ozempic,
Oh my God.
you know. No, it works while you use it. When you come off of it, it won't be doing its thing anymore. But
Yeah,
if
just-
you don't go back to eating,
It's not like-
it is sustainable unless you don't sustain it.
Yeah,
And if you need to go back on it, you could always go back
It's
on
not
it.
like the fat people version of steroids, where like you got to get off the juice eventually. Is what I'm saying.
Well, you can't stay on it forever.
Oh, they will recommend you stay on it forever.
Well, you shouldn't
For
do
sure.
that, but I'm sure they'll let you stay on it forever.
They will let you
The
stay on
only
it
thing
forever.
you lose a foot if you go off of it.
Well,
What
if
do
you
you
get
mean?
diabetes,
Well, I mean, yeah.
if you get the beatus,
If you get the beatus, you'll just.
Do you see the? I don't remember what her position is. Some chick has got appointed as like the national health of what it was like a 3-letter something.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fat diagnosis stuff now that you got to tell your patient like don't tell them it's a problem if they're fat. That's like
Really?
yeah, it's insane. But the reason is she's sponsored by Ozempic. She gets
Ozempic.
so you hear all that
You
fat
know,
bullshit.
Yeah.
We're like, no, it's healthy at any size, and you just think of Ozempic.
Well, that was the funniest. I said I watched that. It was like a Dr. Phil or something like years ago, and it was fats versus in shapes, like arguing with each other.
What did they call it that?
No, sort of. It was something to that effect.
Fats and in shape.
It was in the 80s.
Because the in shapes. No, that was the idea that the in shape people, they were like, look at these dicks talking about we should all wake up and jog and run and be in shape and care about what we eat. It ain't about that. And then the fat people were like I'm fatter substantially at the time, and the argument for I was like, how are they not embarrassed having this argument? They're like, why do we have to be in your shape? Like, I'm fine if I'm happy like this. And it's like, you're not, because no one stays fat except Precious. I saw her on that prank panel yesterday, and she has lost nothing.
Fat. There's no old fat people.
Yes, there are.
Sure
George
there are,
R.R. Martin,
Who?
the guy who won't finish those Game of Thrones books.
There's
This
one.
fat
There's
fat
one.
asshole just dicking around at the Emmys,
But every fat person,
making TikToks.
every in front of the camera fat person, absolutely
Lost weight.
even though they talk that shit. Monique was my favorite one because Monique was really like the fuck y'all skinny bitches, and she's like the epitome of that kind of comedy. And as soon as she got rich, she started losing weight.
Yeah, you get trainer. You got to.
You're saying she betrayed your people? Wait, what is this?
She turned on us. Monique, how dare you?
I turned on you too. I apologize. This would have been a way better show if it was just two chubby guys.
Really?
I
I guess
know.
look at us now. Bobby's like, I don't know. Does that go good with kale? Shut the F up.
Do you want some veggie sticks?
There we go. There's some fatsies.
I wonder how fat I could have got, because people get fat in different ways.
No, we found out.
Yeah.
hurt?
Jay, I didn't want to say it, but thank you.
I wonder how fat I could have got. He goes, as fat as you got.
That
You
hurt.
think you could have done more?
That hurt, and it was very funny.
What was the next thing, Bobby?
I felt two feelings at the same time.
We were
and-
very
and
concerned.
happiness.
Bobby's the only person that is max weight, bought a tiny house.
That's
Max weight, tiny house.
well. That's why I lost the weight.
Yeah, 'cause you had to get in that
I
thing
had
at
to get
some
in the
point.
fucking thing.
Wow, that's like if there was a fat prison, that would be the they put you in a cell and like, you want more room, you gotta make it, create it.
It's a good
You gotta
TV show.
create more room.
Yeah.
That'd be a good Japanese TV show. Just get fat Japanese people. Put
60
them in
pounds in.
Wait, what is it? Fat something tiny house? What did you small space?
I said max weight, tiny house.
Max weight, tiny space. We're trying to think of the Japanese game show of this.
Oh, it has to rhyme. You're right.
They would have to rhyme.
Like they have a little toy helicopter, like as if it's going to get you out of there. like down a little house.
The helicopter drops the house on top of them
Well, Bob,
as they're eating ramen.
you were in
They
a,
trick them into the field with a big thing of ramen, and then it just drops it, and it's locked.
you were in a position though. You weren't fat at all, Bobby, until you became an adult.
No, my first fat was what was it, 6th grade?
But short
I
lived.
didn't know you then, but
Right?
I remember
Yeah.
a skinny Bobby. I remember coming to New York, skinny Guido Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Looked like a knockaround guy. They call it in the mob.
I got into 500 street fights. That's how many fights you have to before
That's when
you
you
can call
say you're-
yourself a tough guy.
Then you're a tough guy, dude.
Then you're a tough guy.
Wait, who are you doing? What is that?
Fucking Vin Diesel,
Vin
bro.
Diesel, baby.
In the film Knockaround,
500,
guys.
500 fights.
Oh
What?
man,
No,
The guy
it was a weird number. He goes 417.
No, but
And the guy was like, "What?"
He was a redneck. He
goes-
goes. He actually made the redneck like smart. He went, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
are you okay? The redneck's like, should
Yeah.
I even be talking? You might have brain damage.
Yeah. And he goes. Before you consider yourself a tough guy.
You
the guy was still
400
like,
fights.
"What the fuck is this guy talking about?"
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And then he beat him up with Jewish star tattoos on him.
That was.
Remember he
that
was Jewish?
Yeah, he
Who-
was Jewish.
Wait,
Knockaround guys.
Vin Diesel played a Jewish
Gangster.
mafia.
Yeah.
Well, it was the movie was
knockaround
about
guy.
the movie was about the sons of mobsters trying to come into his own. So it was that guy who's got maybe the most slappable face in Hollywood. He didn't do very much. Barry something.
Well, he did Battlefield Earth. Which
Yes,
fucking
terrible.
Oh, Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper.
But he did do what was the
25th Hours was the only thing he was good at. I
What
thought.
was the well, no? What was the
Saving Private
no? He
Ryan,
did
he
no.
was
He
good.
did Private Ryan.
I
but
thought his face was fine, by the way.
he did. What was the show? The
60,
He played a good
the
civil-
Yankee. The
oh.
Yankee.
61.
61. He was great.
Oh yeah.
Movie 61.
He
was
played a
fantastic.
great Civil
been in a
War
good-
ghost.
It looks like he gives a tight blowjob.
But here's the thing
Look
with
at
him.
the size of that mouth.
He fell the fuck
What
off.
an Asian pussy of
Why?
a mouth.
Yeah, well, maybe he wouldn't let somebody use it, and that's goodbye.
He went from kind of good looking to really bad. Like he's one of those.
He became a crone.
Yeah, if you see him now, he doesn't look like a famous person.
Is he-
anymore. He
look,
looks like a regular person.
I
like
said this,
a
Bobby.
Winn Dixie.
Bobby, many times I've said
Yeah,
this.
look at.
All Irish faces, they got two outcomes: old baby or spooky witch.
It's 100% true. There's something happens.
Pick your poison.
That's why I'm so glad I have Filipino in me.
That's a roughie.
He
Yeah.
got rough, man.
Yeah.
He got rough. That face falls the fuck off.
You know, I was watching last night. I watched the first episode of the new season of Secrets of Playboy.
Oh, what were those secrets?
Well,
Rape,
I'll tell you what.
rape,
No.
in the
No.
grotto.
Here's my problem with the season 2 premiere.
No asshole shots.
No asshole shots. They've dialed back on that.
Damn.
No, they've taken out the first season was very, very interesting. Not that it wasn't these things were a major surprise, but them really spelling it all out and telling from the girls like the Don Cornelius like kidnapped 2 of them one time, like took them to his house and then wouldn't let them leave until like
They ran a soul train.
but yeah. Oh yeah, they did. The soul.
Yeah. Mel
train.
Gibson tried to warn us, but you all shouted him down.
We all called him a piece
He
of
tried
shit.
to warn that Russian whore what could happen.
So there's no better piece of audio in all of radio than
That was my summer jam. You should have blown me.
it's the voice in between. It's in betweens when he's like,
I can't even count how many times I've said that to someone.
"Why don't you shut up
And blow me.
I hear his argument. I just didn't like the way he presented it.
I got no problem with it. He built a recording studio.
For music, you know, she wasn't good at.
Oh, wow. There's not one blowjob out of building you a recording studio to record the shittiest singing.
So the first season had stuff like that, and also that they had their own in-house like police and
Like Disney?
yeah, and medical. So it's like
What Playboy had its own police?
just like their own
Did they
security.
have rabbit
called it.
ears? They
So like
went-
when the girl escaped from Don Cornelius, like in the middle of the night, like got out of her shackles, I guess, and got to a phone. Her first instinct was to call the bunny mother or whatever the hell they call her.
But the shackles were made out of chocolate covered pretzels.
When she got out, they called and they sent over their security to come
Right.
get the girls. They had them treated by their doctors. And then she was like, 2 weeks later, Don Cornelius was like just sitting in the Playboy Club again. So it was a lot of stories like that. Now, the season 2, they're jumping into an interesting time because it's the early 2000s. Now, that was all like the 70s, 60s. They told the Bill Cosby shit. They told all that stuff. This one starts in the Girl Next Door search for centerfold TV show. And these are a lot of girls crying about, like, again, it's the difference between like rape and regret. These girls are like, and then I moved back to my neighborhood, and everyone's like, "You're the girl who posed naked, and I can't even do this right now." And you're like,
aren't
what?
those
like it was a choice? All choice.
Wait. You're telling me it was about the very things that you have tattooed on each arm?
Yes.
One says rape, one says regret.
Rape and regret. Rape and regret. Yeah, it's just like it was funny too. At the end of the hour, it's only one episode so far. At the end of that first hour, though, at least there was one girl who was like, even telling her story, is like, I was uncomfortable with this. I didn't like when they did this, and blah. And at the end of it, she goes, "But I mean, I chose to pose for Playboy. That's what I wanted to do." So she's like, "I would do it again." I thought it was very cool. Like she only had no, but every other girl was just like, I was nervous. And then like when we first go in, like very quickly, he goes. Also, they go, you realize very quickly, like you're a product. Like they're talking about your breasts and stuff. Like you're not, and then they all say that too when they're like showing. Also, every Playboy.
You know what's more degrading than that? If you work at Starbucks.
Can I ask you a question? Is it like a SEAL team? Do they all get like their own rooms? Do they have to bunk up? Is it like, are they like?
They certainly all get their own rooms.
They get their own rooms, so they're all like separate. They're not
That's
like
nice.
together, right? They're not.
It's not that.
It's not like a team of chicks that are doing something together. It's like.
First of all, I'm over this, and I've heard this only. Not with porn stars, with Playboy type stuff or Hooters girls or something like that. They all go, they were like judging my body and like, I'm extremely insecure about my body. It's like, you're not though.
Yeah, I can see your vagina lips.
Yeah, like you're not insecure about your body.
Well,
so
it is kind of it is insecure.
They also
they
also have a that's a mental insecurity.
Yeah,
you're trying to show off something looks good, so you're putting that foot forward.
And they're insecure about that. Am I the best one of all the best ones?
Right, but that's not how they're presenting it. Where it's like if they go,
yeah, I know.
They go like they got to overhear them when the show came out saying things like her torso's a little short, and then it goes back to the girl going like, when I heard that.
Could you imagine that? If we judged each other on my torso's a little short.
That's the way to judge women.
Christine said I should work for Playboy because
You could be heft.
yeah, I could be hefty. You could show me a picture of the hottest girl and I'll pick her apart because I don't think she's gonna fuck me anyway. So I'll tell you why I don't want to fuck her.
You got the objectivity of a gay man.
Yes,
that's
I go. She ain't gonna fuck me. So let me tell you now why I won't fuck her.
That's
a lot of real
wonderful.
estate between those eyes. I'll tell you that.
Well, you worked with strippers a lot back in the day.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
but those were.
They were bad.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
a lot of them had
yeah.
like bayonet wounds and shit. Hey, let's dude.
They had fucking stomach scars.
Oh yeah.
Buddy.
Oh yeah.
The best ones had stomach scars.
Oh.
That's the better dancers.
They had
The worst ones had
C-sections.
discolored assholes that would be part of the show that people would look at.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like
discolored?
it was like well into the crack the hole.
Why was it
climate change or something?
Was it discolored because of things happening to it, or it didn't?
No.
It was. I think it was. Something happened because I will tell you that this was the first girl I ever drove, who I told you I developed an immediate crush on.
Because she likes a thick ass stripe.
No, and then about a year or so later,
one of those monkeys, like a
let me tell
rainbow.
you, no, at first, dude, fantastic. Everything about her, mega hot. Yeah. Then I think Mr. Brownstone got a hold of her, and I didn't see her for like a year or so, and I was driving for another company. And then she ended up being like one of the girls I was driving, and it was like, oh wow. And then I took her that night to go do the show, and like the first time I took this girl out, every guy was like really acknowledging how hot she was, and now it was like corners of guys snickering at like the depth of the brown of her, and it wasn't like shit. It was just discoloration from asshole, probably about to that big of a circle in the ass crack.
How does that happen?
Nuclear testing.
Life, man.
Ozempic?
Life.
Ozempic.
Ozempic. Brown hole.
Jay.
Jay's asshole. We're gonna check
I'm
your
gonna get
asshole every
Ozempic
6
Can I
asshole?
months.
ask you? Okay, I can't believe you didn't already bring up two things.
Yes.
Okay, one is the Army Hammer documentary.
Oh, we've talked about that. Sure.
Wow.
No, we bring it up, please.
I only got a half hour in. She got mad watching it. I can't believe I'm on Army Hammer's side. I haven't seen the rest, but first half hour, I'm on his side.
Okay. Watch the rest. I've made this mistake before. Wait, before you say this, let me tell you, 'cause you'll laugh at this hard.
Yeah.
Because I've done this with several things now. And
Yeah.
I've learned one of my top mottos now in life, finish the thing. Finish the thing before you comment on it. I remember I told you when I went to Artie Lang with 3 pages left of his book and told him that I read earlier in the book, I was like, hey man, I'm really happy to hear that you weren't trying to kill yourself, that it was like,
You didn't read the last 3 pages?
where he tells you he lied earlier in the book and he was trying to kill himself. I went to talk to him about how happy I was he didn't try to kill himself, and he was like, "Oh, well, you didn't finish it yet." Like
I think you got a better version of the book.
Well, it turns out, but then he
Like
he lied.
a nicer version.
And then the other one was when I watched 2 of 3 episodes of Tekashi's 69 documentary.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's not necessarily my thing, but I dig his thing. He's a
Snitching?
No, an interesting. I don't give a shit about that. He's an interesting artist, though. I was like, the way he kind of came up and the way he did it, like all sounds.
You wore a
like,
shirt with AIDS on it?
Yes, but I'm saying he was like I don't mind like when an artistic kid figures out a thing.
Yeah.
That's basically what Tupac did and shit. So he figured out a thing, and then I was on Bonfire talking about how awesome I think he was. We should get him at Skankfest. I was talking on Legion of Skanks about it, and then I went home that night, and the third one starts right away with like, then he tied his girlfriend to a radiator and beat her for 7 months straight, and I was like,
Who?
Shit, I gotta get back on the air.
Well, can I ask you-
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But isn't he?
The third episode of 3 episodes I didn't watch before I was singing his praises.
Can I ask a question? Is he a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
Then
yeah,
why do
yeah.
you have a radiator?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A radiator?
Didn't he have central heat, like in a mansion? Why would he
No.
have?
Well,
What does he
New
New
do?
York's very expensive.
It may
live
have
in an
not
old
been, it may have
building?
not tied to a radiator. That was my Black Snake Moan in the
Pre-war
situation.
buildings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even more than the hero Army Hammer, Jonah Hill's girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. Did you see that?
I did. Did you see this, Bobby? Let me fill you in if you don't know
No,
this.
what is
So,
And
I'm on his side 100%.
I'm with. I watched the whole Army Hammer thing.
Yeah.
And I still on Army Hammer's side.
there's no
I
way that's
am.
true.
I think what?
That's not true.
Okay, let's just summarize his story. Army Hammer wasn't doing too well in Hollywood.
Yep.
His
He was
movies
doing-
are flops.
No,
but
he was
then,
doing, he was doing great.
okay, why? Because he just made a movie called Call Me By Your Name.
Yep.
The
Did some
story
gay
of a
stuff.
man, okay, so it's him, a man his age, who falls in love with the kid from Dune who plays a 17-year-old boy who he's tutoring. I mean, I didn't know what that was about. I was like, that sounds like a movie I want. But he was on top of the world
Yeah.
playing a grown man that bangs a teen boy.
Yeah, hot teen boy. Don't
Hot
forget
teen
that.
boy.
So it's time to eat a woman.
Then it comes, but he didn't actually eat anyone, right?
No, he just.
Dude, they show that right in the beginning. They start showing these girls, and she pointed it out. I don't even know if I was watching it. I came in to watch it, but he goes, first of all, it's this corny fetish crap. He goes, I want to do the Japanese art of Mabuki, and
No, I know what it's called.
yeah, some really lame shit.
No, because there's a porn star we interviewed. It's her last name.
but-
Ibari or
Well,
something
she
like that?
brought shame.
Yeah, but it's
to her.
Shibari.
It's
Jim
all
Shimmer.
about. It's all about knots, though. You
Okay,
have to-
so
you have-
scary
so-
music, right? While he's saying this, okay. Then her response, heart emoji.
Oh yeah. No.
There's no part where they go, "Ew, you're married, and I don't want to be Mabiki or
Listen,
whatever it is."
I absolutely say the thing. I'm saying he's just like a fucking whacked out guy. When the girls tell the stories, I'm like, these things are so voluntary. They're doing. It's like I don't know
Right.
what to.
You don't let somebody tie you up. When
He
you
could have
say
went
when
on
you say when you
on
say
an app called FetLife. He could have went on a FetLife app and found people who go, "Oh, what is it?
Shibari, dude.
Kabuki is something else. Kabuki's
Ooh,
makeup.
Shmabuki. I'm into that." And I'll be.
You're gonna be kicked out of the club. You keep calling it the wrong name.
He wanted.
There's
to,
one thing they don't joke about. And that's
What?
Shibari.
Yeah, but
Call
if-
it Kabuki and get hot
Oh,
coffee
like
in your
that
face.
actress Mina Shibari from Life is Beautiful or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know. There's Kelly Shibari is a fat Asian porn star.
if you let somebody tie you up, you can't. How do you?
I thought
You know what I mean? You got to voluntarily say, yeah, tie me up. Now you're in. And you might not like it after and say, hey, I don't want to do that again.
Sure.
But if you do it twice, I mean, kind of go fuck yourself.
Rape versus regurt
Well, I don't know about rape. I
versus regurt.
mean,
I mean, what?
Listen,
I
the
don't think those
documentary-
things should be in a whole
But
in
watch-
the
but-
same area.
But watch the rest of the documentary. I mean, the guy's definitely not
But he-
awesome. He comes from also garbage stock.
Look, all that's true, but again, he was just on top of the world for being
Yeah.
in a boy fucking movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're like, "What? This woman's a CEO, and you want to do shmabuki on her?"
I know what you're saying. He's saying, listen, he fucked a boy in a movie.
awesome.
And he was getting
Stick around,
awards
pal.
for it. And then when he did a little shabuki bookie, And then they attacked him. When a couple girls were like, I didn't like it and it made me feel uncomfortable, which sucks. I don't, that sucks for a guy.
So you did consenting things as an adult.
I have both of the women in here staring at me right now with their eyebrows up as I'm saying this.
She's
Chill
against
out.
the women.
Oh, you're against the women.
She convinced me. I was on the women's side. I was like, you know what?
To me, it's not so much
Well,
the women's
like-
side in that. It's just that he's a fucking whacker.
I'm just against
like
all
my
women.
wife,
Oh.
my wife from Boston said, if you don't fucking like it, just say no and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like no one ever tries that, like just splitting.
So I don't even know how it even comes up once it's like, oh, I did a thing as a consenting adult I didn't like. Oh, okay, that happens sometimes in
No.
life as an adult.
The Jared documentary from Subway, that was pretty
That
damning.
one was
That was damning.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, that was damning.
To catch a subway. It's on. Dude, I didn't realize. You know why it's so crazy?
This is a funny sketch I said I wanted to do because I like watch those pedophile hunter videos. I did have like a grainy footage one from like the 50s where the guys put it's Elvis. And just saying all the tropes of pedophile hunt cat when they catch pedophiles. He goes, "Oh man, I was just coming to tell her this is a bad idea." Oh no, man, it's not what you think.
No, this.
No, man, I don't. That ain't me. That ain't me at all, man.
I love peanut butter and fried banana sandwiches.
Did you bring the condoms? You said you were going to bring? What condoms, man? That and Bobby, I still haven't shown you the montage of Chris Hansen when he walks out and repeats the line that the last guy just said to what he thinks is a child. Like when the girl goes upstairs and the pedophile always goes, he's like, "I'm really looking forward to kissing all over your body." And he's like, "I'd like to have my body kissed, Frank. Why don't you have a seat?" He always like turns the line on
Oh
them.
my God.
So funny. He goes, "Can't wait to be inside of you. Would you like to be inside of me, Ralph? Why don't you have a seat?"
Anyway, Jonah Hill's also a hero, I want to say.
Why
So-
is he a hero?
So let me explain, Bobby, the whole thing's going on.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
And you could bring up the text too.
Yeah. I think
girl-
you probably think what I think. I
Oh
bet.
yeah, this chick sucks.
Yes.
This chick definitely sucks. Now here's what's going. He dated. Well, look at me. I'll tell you the story.
Sorry.
It's easier. He was dating a surfer girl for a while.
I don't like that you don't have confidence in my reading.
She's trying to take him. I've seen it.
You saw me. You
She's
trying to read. You saw me trying to read the screen. I know. I do look like those old 58-year-old cam women trying to read the comments.
Yeah.
What?
He goes. Put what? Where?
Where? You want to air? What's an area? Oh, my nipple. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So he was dating a surfer. From this, what you are going to take away from it, and I think Kurt probably does agree. I'm on Jonah Hill's side as far as like who's the piece of shit here.
Yeah.
But he's a wiener. He showed that he's like an insecure dude.
I said the same thing, dude.
But he's like, I don't know. It's like, again, this is like you don't have to post this. You could just seem like stop dealing with him. He's texting her. He doesn't like. She's a surfer. She posts pictures of her like in bikinis, and she goes surfing with groups of dudes that go surfing and all this stuff.
And none of them have boards, and they're not by the ocean.
He hates it. This is in Minneapolis, January.
It's a landlocked city. What is she surfing? Oil tanker
That's
waves?
what he's saying.
Look at here, she is showing her horse surfer body.
So that's the picture they keep showing, the white outfit there.
Well,
Now,
that's
Surf
like-
instructor.
That's not anything.
That's nothing.
it's nothing.
No, I thought it was a thong picture, supposedly.
Well, this is the one they had in the article that I saw. But whatever, whether it's a thong picture or not,
These aren't really.
she's a surfer.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill, first of all, she clearly removes any of her stuff. And again, it's funny we brought up the Mel Gibson thing. It's one of my favorite things about Mel Gibson. When one person is putting something out, they can just remove all of their like input at all and make it look. And that's what I mean.
that's what happened to Armie
because,
Hammer.
well, I'm saying with the girl,
Jesus Christ! No.
Mel Gibson's like the girl he's talking to when he's yelling, his wife at the time. That's why she knows it's being recorded. So she's like, I don't know why you feel that way about the Jews. He's I hate you and the Jews. And she's like, why would you say some? How about your feelings about the blacks? And he's like, yeah.
Women can vote now. Did you know that?
He's a wiener. He says I know your therapist thinks I suck, but I'm literally the best boyfriend, next text, on earth. I love that. He had to get that in there. He writes, plain and simple. This is Jonah Hill to his girlfriend at the time.
But she did give him a thumbs up.
Yeah. If you need, bullet point, surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, then I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it. There'll be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. So you could already hear she should just go, oh, all right, then yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying she shouldn't wait for like 3 years for his new girlfriend to have a baby and then bring it out?
Yeah, I mean, really.
Yeah, why she brought it out now? I found
didn't
that
even think
article.
about that.
No, she goes, why is she now? He goes, well, I knew it could cause stress on a woman who's pregnant, so I wanted to wait till she had the baby.
When
to release-
another stressful time.
the postpartum suicide period.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, this girl's a pig, and the fact that she would just even do that, okay? Even why bother? That shows you what she was up to the whole time with him. Because why she want to be with Jonah Hill? She's with Jonah Hill to get some clout off of him, which I'm sure he feels as a ballooning fat guy up and down his whole life. I bet he's pretty-
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. You should relate to. All right.
That's what I'm saying. It hurts.
So
and he was-
then you
and don't
got
forget,
this
he's
chick out. So you go, hey, well, just a real. He's saying basically, I'm a really fat, insecure guy.
Yes.
And I can't. So I support you doing that, and then moved on to somebody else who's down to be not do whatever. And then she puts like, why would his new girlfriend need to know this at all, other than to like?
Yeah, but this what he's saying is, look, I don't want to date the slut from Point Break. I would just like a regular chick.
Well, here's the thing.
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't know if she's a slut from Point Break. Whatever her, like he's
Yeah.
got
Her putting this
Surf-
out at all.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, think of the. Oh my God, I was talking about Lewis too. Like the amount of tags that, like, luckily, I just didn't date complete animals that would take one side of a thing like that.
Oh yeah.
But I never was that famous. Like at his level, Jonah Hill, that rich and famous.
No, it's gonna. That's what I'm saying.
You don't
yeah.
not look like Jonah Hill suddenly.
Oh, Christine could probably end me with some argument text for sure.
Every living person that could be.
Look at Christine's face. Wow.
Every
I could
living
end,
person.
I'll end her too. We'll end each other.
Yeah, no, go down in a spiral.
Yeah.
But it's not like she's trapped in okay, but let's say they were married and he had some great lawyer or something, and she's trapped in some situation, and then
They're dating.
Yeah, they dated once and stopped dating and moved on in their lives for years, and she puts that out. So that's like, I didn't
She's
get the
crazy.
clout.
Is that
She's-
what
I wanted
she's-
something out of you that I didn't get.
But she's crazy.
Yeah.
This is a dick move. He actually put it out there. Look, this is the type of chick I want. If you want that guy, do your thing. I'm not into this weird shit. I don't want to look at my girl hanging out with other girls that are unstable, and I don't want to.
I feel like what he's asking for is sort of silly. That's what I'm saying. Where he's a wiener, like, well, don't date a surf instructor, because he has to end up saying things.
Right, he's saying I
Look who she
won't.
is.
Where he sounds stupid in these. It's like funny to me. Is when he goes. He has to keep going. Look, I respect surf culture. He has to keep saying things about surf culture.
Do you know why he's saying that? Hold on.
Yeah, right there. I'm tired of your
He's-
attitude towards surf culture, that contest and that place, because I deserve respect. And there's another line where he says something about surf
Period.
culture.
Are you on your period? Oh, I misread that.
Yeah, but nobody wants to get beat up by the Red Hot Chili Peppers when you go to the beach. So you have to support the surf culture.
You know, wait, I think he's. Yeah, there it is. It's just constant, and it doesn't reflect where we're at or where you say you want to be. I respect your skill in your surfing. I respect how you want to present yourself. I respect that you're hot and beautiful. But I also respect myself and what I'm interested in my own life and what I let into my heart and inner circle. So celebrate.
Do you know
your
why he's
life.
talking like that? Do you? Because this is a crazy person, and people that are rich and in the higher echelons of the whatever know to talk in therapy. Worm talk when they argue.
You're 100%.
They use it as a passive aggressive way to argue. Now I'm not even saying it's passive aggressive. This is a crazy chick. She was always gonna post his texts.
He knew.
So he was smart enough to not
trying
talk
get
to
out of
her
it.
how she should be spoken to.
He was trying to get out of it without incident.
Yep.
And
That's all that is.
Please let me get the fuck
It's a
out
little
of
bit.
here.
It's sort of manic texting. Though.
He's backing
The zip,
up.
Zip,
Yeah.
zip, zip, zip.
He's
Pretty
probably
manic.
furious that this wingnut even had to deal with her. That's how you get out of it. If you
He's
got money, you know how to talk like that.
Yeah, but he's backing up, going, Bear, easy,
Yeah.
Bear. It's okay, Bear.
What
All
is
right,
this? Look at
Bear.
this next to it. I hope my ex has a daughter at heart. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist because who put that up? Is that about Jonah
That's
Hill?
her.
I think that's
That's
the
her.
story. He
She
has
should be
another,
institutionalized for that.
That is a wacky text.
but
What
he
is
has
it?
another girl
Well-
pregnant, and she posted this now. That's what happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after they broke. So, I mean, in her fairness, you turned into a real feminist after you had Isabella.
I really did.
Jay was like, hey, guys, come on, stop this kind of joking around.
Guys, women's issues, big on my plate.
Whoa.
I actually turned into a woman hater when I got married.
Oh, I used to hate
fuck
one,
'em
but
all.
That day.
now that they're like better and have dicks, I'm way into that. The new and improved mess-free woman.
Now that they have penises.
Now that they've been upgraded.
Yeah, this is not going to hurt Jonah Hill at all. Also, anything he's doing is nothing that would go, I don't want to work with this guy. Seems like if you're not a surfing girlfriend, you're
Amber
fine.
Heard ended all this nonsense. This is why this girl's extra like out of her mind. Amber Heard, that ended with Amber Heard. Nobody is going to do, well, she said he's a misogynist. Only in like dingbat publications online. Nowhere in real life is anyone going to be like, oh, Jonah Hill. Like, there's probably some agency at work behind it too, by the way.
What do you mean, some agency?
Well, like how Me Too was a vehicle for Alyssa Milano because her husband works CAA. And yeah, and that was a big, just how entertainment works. You take it from some black person, and then they gave it to Alyssa Milano.
I mean, Alyssa Milano would hate everything happening at CAA.
No, it was for her benefit, right? Rose McGowan's the one that said all of it at the time.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Rose McGowan, who was big Me Too in the beginning,
I
she
watched
blabbed
all of her documentaries. That's a loose cannon.
Yeah, because she saw CAA.
By the way, you have to be like super crazy when you're presenting a case that people want to hear and they want to like help out and they think Harvey Weinstein's a piece of shit. And then you watch her and like you think a producer would be like, you know what, Rose? Don't do this confessional from an empty bathtub, fully dressed. Like it's not going to read good to the audience.
These are
but
all-
she'd rather just sit
Jay.
there and cry and hold like a candle in a bathtub.
Do you understand? Like these are actors. Like they don't a bunch of these people. The big Patrice dragon mouth talk that back in the Sheen roast that he went like 2 hours. He told me out this shit.
What?
About like going into the entertainment industry is like walking into a dragon's mouth. You heard him talk about that, right?
No.
And then
I
shit
never-
you out and people get back in
I
line.
thought Patrice was overrated, but go ahead.
Well, when
He
actors
wasn't my thing.
when actors find out what it's all about, like the Playboy thing you're talking about at the beginning of I was just a product.
Yeah.
When they didn't realize that. Then when they do realize, they're like, Jesus Christ, and different things happen. They shatter in different ways.
I just think anyone going into the world of the voluntary walking into Playboy is like, and they just shuffle you through, and they're like, take your top off. He goes, you're going to like, what did you say about your old Ruth Bader Ginsburg joke? You're going to a pretty contest. What are you complaining about?
I actually had that same thing as saying when whatever Playboy thing came as like secrets of Playboy. None of that Don Cornelius kidnapping. It was just like, and then this guy's like a pimp and he treated me like a hoe. Is all like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. And then so I go online to find there's got to be some girl like vlog who's like explains what in the hell like what they think of this.
Yeah.
And this girl, I think she's even Christian, some hot chick that I think is like Christian or something. She goes, yeah, when I was younger, that's when the Girls Next Door was on, the reality show. So all these girls that were young saw, and they showed, and I was like, oh, they showed a picture like in the show's animated beginning with the girls. And she's like,
Yeah.
I just thought like these girls live with an old man and they get to be pretty all day in a house. Like the thing, I was like, would you think you just live with an old man and get to be pretty all day? That's what they thought because it got sold on E.
Yeah.
There you go, like a fun cartoon. So, teen dippy girls that watch that are hot.
They didn't know you have to spread your asshole
They
while
had
James
no-
Caan jerks off
yeah.
on your back.
They had no idea. They had no idea. In fact, I had no idea.
He goes, yeah, sure, it's all fun and games for a while, and then until Paulie sure has to skull fuck you and he's done taking a piss.
Yeah.
You have to suck on Captain Kirk's nuts.
It's like the old Hollywood. Where
made
Dick, where you have to suck Dick Gregory's balls is the only way you can finish.
They really like made the show like non-sexual.
That's
like they
right.
made it out like it wasn't a sex
They
agreement.
sanitized the show, so that's how new young chicks
Right. Well,
that
that's
dumb.
the thing. That's the Girls Next Door. So what that first episode was focusing in on, though, was the girls next. The first run of that was called "The Girls Next Door: The Search for the Next Centerfold." So it was a contest. Then it became a reality show, but the contest was that's what they took everything out. The contest, what they were upset about, actually, these girls, which is again sort of silly, was that on the show they didn't show nudity necessarily, but they showed complete nudity with blur just on like right over the pussy and blur right on the nipples. That's it. So they were essentially naked on television, and they were doing a lot of too. Like, I don't know. It's exactly. It's like they want us to like do a full nude shoot and the things like they seem all confused by the concept.
Yeah, that's
like,
why
I thought it was articles. Like,
these are
I thought I was doing an article.
They thought they were going to blog and have podcasts.
Yeah.
I thought everyone goes to this for the articles.
Yeah, but can I ask you a question? They didn't have to, at that point, he was so old they weren't banging half.
No, they were.
Oh, they were banging half.
They were Listen.
Oh, I don't know about those girls.
They
the
were,
Who Wants to Be a
absolutely.
Centerfold.
They were.
The
Who
girls
Wants to Be a
next door
Centerfold.
were his girlfriends, but the Who Wants to Be a Centerfold was a reality show contest. I don't think those girls were banging
But they all go back. Listen,
You got to work your way up to that.
Where it gets dicey.
You can't just bang half.
You
on
got
your
to
dick.
earn that.
I think where it gets dicey in that world of shit. What I'm saying genuinely is like it was. I could see. Look, they're going there and they want to be naked, meet celebrities, and walk around topless in the pool and do all. They're fine with that. He has an expectation. Seems like without asking. To just be like, well, I'll invite them up to the room, and then they come into a room where there's already 8 people fucking and doing whatever, and then I get their thing where they're like, I didn't really know what to do at that point because was I expected to be there? If I'd leave, would I get some? So
Okay, right where you just said.
I mean, I think Hugh Hefner's a piece of shit. Probably, I have no
Was I
argument with that.
expected to do it? Like, I can't think of a single thing where if I'm not prepared to do it. And when I was young, and my sister the same way. That we never would have been in a thing where like, oh, my body is worth less than my job.
Peanut butter leave, dude.
I forgot. You're right. That's when I first took a stand.
Can you tell
for my
Bobby
dignity.
that? Can you tell Bobby that story, please?
Peanut-
It's my
Told it
favorite.
a lot about when I.
This story's great.
When I was I live in Toms River. Okay, when I was I don't want to say 4th grade or 3rd grade. Okay, and my 2 friends that live in the cul-de-sac were a grade younger than me, and their names are Josh and I don't know.
Oh, you used to know.
I don't want to say their name. Josh and Dave, I guess. And anyway, so I didn't celebrate Christmas as a kid, right?
Yeah.
So these were like friends.
Kurt was in a cult.
Yeah.
Kurt Colton.
I mean, yeah.
That must have been fun.
It was fun. I mean, my butthole isn't all dark, and I'm dancing, shaking some club.
You know what? It is, and we sort of are.
So these 2 kids, they were the Jewish kids on my block that had a good Hanukkah, like they had some money coming in. You know, everybody had like a Vietnamese sister. This is the 80s.
Ooh.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
because there were people to adopt Vietnamese kids a lot
Okay.
during the 80s.
Jacob,
Bobby, you were in jail in the 80s.
I was Joe. Jacob, are you dying right now? What's happening with you?
Jacob,
Jacob, what are we trying to sneak you back to your planet like ET?
What's happening?
cold.
Jacob is fucking freezing right now.
The blower is right over me.
All right,
So
all right,
it's-
sorry. I looked over. He was 4 different people since the show started.
I've been slowly putting
been slowly-
articles of clothes.
okay.
All right, so
So this kid Josh was like pretty. I was kind of spoiled, I would say, like because Hanukkah you have 12 nights. I didn't or 8 nights. Did you
it's
have
8.
Hanukkah?
It's 8 nights.
Yeah, but how did you not know that? Of all the things you know
It's
about
8
religion,
nights.
you didn't know Hanukkah's 8 nights?
Yeah, you're literally one of the smartest guys I know. You said 12 nights of Hanukkah.
I know. If I were smarter, I would learn more about the Jewish people.
Really?
12.
It's really held you back.
It's 12 days of Christmas. You mixed it up.
My I
It is
just
12 days of Christmas.
It's 12 days of Christmas.
whatever your voodoo gobbledygook.
Oh, sorry. Our God didn't come down in a spaceship and a Cadillac or whatever.
I think he did if you look into it. So he just got good presents, okay? You know, somebody annoying, they have good stuff
Yeah.
from the...
Adam Ron used to get really good presents in my neighborhood.
Yeah. And he
Jewish
had-
kid also, but I was also a Jewish kid, just a broke one.
I was from-
Right, you got to find original.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was
he
from
had...
Boston. I didn't meet a Jewish person until I was 22.
And all the rumors were true.
100%.
So yeah, we had that He-Man slime pit where you pour like
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
jism on your action figures.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of toys that had jism with them. The real
Yeah.
Ghostbusters had jism.
There's a lot of like jizz related toys for kids, and I loved every single one of them. I don't know if they were
And
grooming.
I,
They
would
might
never,
have been.
I would never
You
be
didn't-
happier than just some sort of a gob of shit like falling down one of the faces of my guys. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
We knew he'd hate it.
One of
That's
the
why
fam-
I hate it. It was a torture chamber, the He-Man slime pit, and it was not clear what the slime does, but you could see it was torture. Anyway, we're in his room one day playing, me and Josh and I don't know Beaver. I don't know whatever.
His name's Beaver.
Josh and Beaver.
Josh Beaver.
Yeah, and so I don't know. He had all these toys we're playing, and Josh goes, "Hey, we're gonna play a new game, guys." And he goes in his closet and he closes the door. So I'm just out here with Beaver, and he comes out. He's like banging around, and he comes out in like a suit. It's like a little bit too big for him.
I thought it was his dad was a cop or something.
Yeah, it was a hand-me-down suit. His dad was a detective, and he'd given him an old police badge. So he comes out with his suit that's too big. You know, like the Talking Heads guy video, like that.
Yeah,
Same as it ever
And he
was.
had, and a badge. He goes, "All right, we're gonna play police." He goes, "Beaver, get on bed. I gotta check your butt for drugs." I remember I like froze. We all I like froze. Like what? And he goes, "I don't want to do that." He goes, "You have to. It's my house."
This kid was the hef of his time.
Who does that work on but an 8-year-old
And a bunch of girls auditioning to be centerfolds.
and a
Yeah.
girl in her 20s? Those are the two people that fall for that.
But he actually
You
pulled,
have to. It's my house.
but he pulled
Hef's got to check your butt for drugs. What?
but he pulled a kilo out of the kid's asshole and he made the neighborhood safer.
No, that's propaganda you're putting out.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
cop
did-
propaganda.
I thought Beaver was a big
No.
drug guy.
I'll tell you,
and-
he searched thoroughly and found nothing is what actually happened.
He did. Okay.
I don't know what he did, but I didn't look because I was like, all right, I'm not doing this, but I like this kid's toys. They're a year younger than me.
They didn't check your. They didn't do anything. Did they
He first did whatever he's going to do to Bradley
check,
Beaver
checked his asshole?
to LeBron, whatever. He's on. I just hear him squealing. He had like a real squealy kind of.
When you told it to me, you go, because it was much fresher, I guess. It was like 20 years ago, but you were like, I just remember the lines. You were like, now, I don't know if he found drugs up Beaver's ass, but it wasn't for lack of trying. By what I heard, it wasn't for lack of trying.
I know. That's what Bobby interrupted to say the wrong information. Misinformation about. He just put out disinformation about what happened with that kid's ass.
Well, I don't
There's
know.
no drugs in his ass.
You sure?
I have to fact check you right now. No.
Yeah, but his father's watch. He stole his dad's watch.
So they get done, whatever. So the one kid, Beaver's got his pants around his ankles. He's sitting on the bed. I didn't want to look up. And he goes, "All right, Kurt, now it's your turn." I'm like, "I'm not doing that." He goes, "Yeah, you got to." I'm like, "No." He goes, "Come on, Beaver did it." And Beaver, "Yeah, I did it."
Ah, shit.
And I bet a guy with a fucking gaper just laying on the bed, looking at you, still stomach down. He goes, I did it.
No, he was sitting up. So, but I
It
just
sucks.
remember.
It sucks for Beaver because he just realized, oh, you can have self-esteem.
Yeah, he goes, you can say no to
Yeah.
this?
You can say
He was
no.
just giving me a really dirty look.
But he had a badge. My mom told me to respect the badge.
Respect the badge.
Honestly, that has something to do with it. He thought that badge was a license to check up our asses at a very young age, which is very strange.
Yeah.
Oh,
Har-
while they
har-
were doing it, I forgot. While they were doing this, his adopted Vietnamese sister was looking through a crack in the door, like not like not like excitedly.
Just
she just caught
curious.
him.
Yeah.
And I look up and see her, and I see this Vietnamese idol in the door and disappear. And
just to respect on the house.
that is not.
Now she works at a massage parlor in Tom's River.
Well, so then they start going, okay, they're like bargaining with me now. Because, in my cult, as Jay called it, let me tell you one good thing about this cult. They told me nobody's supposed to touch my butt. I can't even say. They've had
Look,
scandals, but
every
my mom...
every religion has some good teachings.
Yeah, my mom was very vocal to us about people...
Is that one of your
can't-
commandments? Thou not touch other guy's asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The exit only saith...
Say it the exit only.
So we go, all right, well, then show us your penis. I'm like, no. And like, well, show us your butt. I'm like, I'm not. I think it was, yeah. or then you can leave. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
They peer pressure you?
he goes, penis, butt, or leave. And they're both saying that at me. Penis, butt, or leave. Like,
Chanting.
yeah.
It's like the Goonies.
Penis, butt, or leave.
And I'm like,
Penis, butt, or leave.
Yeah, so
Penis,
then,
butt, or leave.
so,
We should
you
do
know,
that to him now.
Kurt, show us your penis.
I mean,
Show
you guys,
us your penis.
hey, we
Show
can
me
do
your butt.
both if you want. I was a dumb kid. I didn't understand how stuff works.
If you're wondering why Jacob looks so reserved, we checked his butt for drugs earlier. That's why he looks like a victim over there in that
And
chair.
we took him and kept him. So he's hurting on a lot of levels.
He has no pants on under that blanket.
It's like the end of Requiem for a Dream next to Anyway, I felt like I was going to cry from having to leave. These two sex preverts. And,
You had to ask you, go, is it worth them looking at my butt?
no, I was like, I can't because, anyway, so I go to leave. Anyway, that girl told on, the adopted chick told on Josh. So as I'm walking, his mom comes steaming up the stairs like... Didn't even look at me. I just walked like, oh, and like when I heard her like smacking the shit out of them for like a block.
Oh, for being silly?
Yeah, for horsing around too much.
Horsing around. Is that what you
I
call
quit
it?
horsing around.
Imagine walking in and seeing your son with a badge investigating an asshole of another child in the neighborhood.
Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, the whole damn thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.
I stepped on your crackle. I stink.